Oh my god, Sky, bro, give me your social security number.
No.
Why?
Fine, it's
You have to trust me as a friend to edit that out.
Yeah, just bleep it.
Or just like completely replace it with a random set of numbers, and then I accidentally get someone else's security code.
Yeah, you always gotta be careful about that.
It's the Jump Cuts. Sit down and chill with us. Talking about making stuff. So now let's discuss. It's the Jump Cuts. It's the Jump Cuts. It's the Jump Cuts. It's the Jump Cuts. Enjoy.
That's not mine. It's someone else's. It's Jerry Steinfeld's, and he's dead. Is he dead?
Jerry Seinfeld is still alive. Look at him.
He's still alive. Okay. I was like, I thought he died from COVID or something.
Popular wise, he's kind of dead, but you know.
Oh well, no shit. He's like big guy humor with the boomers, you know.
Yeah, you said like YouTube was like the garbage can of content or whatever.
Really, Steinfeld said that?
I'm pretty sure if you look for an article, he like said it, and then it got like outrage.
I mean, no shit, it would get outraged. That's outrageous. That's stupid.
You telling me these motherfuckers are in their room making cash when I'm out here working the street?
Yeah, it's called easier business model. Steinfeld, grow up.
Factual. Talk your shit. If Seinfeld was in front of you right now, what would you say?
I would tell him that he should make a Twitch channel. Start streaming live to
Seinfeld Twitch channel. He starts beef with like every streamer.
That'd honestly be impressive. They start beef with every streamer.
It kind of happened. I mean, Twitch is like a minefield. If you look at that community of like the very top streaming guys, it's all just, there's a reason why LSF is so full.
Right. I mean, like, think about live stream fails, right? If you put someone in front of a camera for a long enough period of time, god fucking damn, I proved my point. They're going to fuck up something.
Welcome to a very spooky, scary podcast episode. Today, I got someone incredible, okay? Someone that's not very well known, but they should be. This is someone named LurkSky, all right?
What up?
Not associated with the guy who does Minecraft.
I killed Adam. This guy does Minecraft is no more.
Thank fucking God. Sky here is a few things, you know. One of the best editors I've ever met. You look at his channel and Jesus fucking Christ, like you can smell the caffeine like radiating off of everything he does.
Currently, I don't really have much on my channel.
Yeah, but like if you look back at your catalog and the old Sky Dragon X as well, it's like,
damn, doxing me.
Oh, I can sense
I don't care. I don't care. Jack literally did it mid live stream, so I don't care.
I mean, I never see you mad at literally anything, so
I'm surprised. I've been mad at about a few things before.
Really?
Not many, not often.
I got you mad at Dog with a Blog. Oh,
well, Dog with a Blog. See, that's an exception. See, they don't show the dog. They don't show the fucking dog.
They show Stan all the time. You're a capper.
Man, you legit showed it when you legit played it in Discord right after a fucking movie.
Listen, they got like 7 main characters. I gotta give them all equal screen time, you know?
They need 7 MCs. They just need a dog doing a blog. That's all they need.
I did see you get mad at that Valorant game, though.
Oh yeah, Valorant. That's the reason I haven't touched that game in like 2 years.
You gotta be on one side. You either love Valorant or you hate Valorant. What makes you really hate it?
Well, that's a per game basis. You join a game, you either love it or you hate it, but you still keep playing.
Because your brain is like, more kills.
Your brain dead.
Get better. Get better.
I'm getting gooder. Getting better. Oh fuck, my hand. I have tendonitis. I feel like my hand's just getting...
I also wanted to bring Sky on to display something about him that I don't think I've seen anyone else do in my life. He has like this unique skill.
Talking out of my ass.
Listen, man, I have a question though. What's the fucking like deal with doorknobs? You ever see like a doorknob? You like see those fancy doorknobs with all this gold and diamonds and jewels and shit on it? Why is that a thing? Why do people decorate fucking things you just grab and don't think about?
I don't know, but like they're fucking bacteria magnets, that's for sure. Like, okay, you put gold and shit, like you make a shiny ass doorknob. This is not a good pen, by the way. I bought it for 15 bucks. It's not worth much. You have this shiny ass doorknob that has covered in gold plate. It's gold plated diamonds and also the bullshit that you stole off of Minecraft Villager, and now he's bankrupt. And every time you fucking any human touches this doorknob, they are just smearing whatever the fuck was on their hands onto that doorknob. Why? would you ever do that?
Yeah, it's weird to me. Maybe it's like one of those things where you put a lot of money into something that's completely useless that people do. The Supreme shirt. I mean, have you ever like bought into fashion sort of like that, sort of just to display your wealth?
No, I buy everything from Ross and like what are those places called? There's a song about it, you know, like dun, 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 dun,
Oh, fucking
know?
the thrift shop, thrift store?
Shops.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh fucking baby. Thrift shops are the thrift shops. Ross, those are the fucking way. The only time I buy anything expensive that I wear is my shoes because my feet are fucked.
You got like hobbit feet?
I got flat feet because I got the double joints and shit.
Oh yeah,
like I got the double
sucks.
joints, so my feet just one day I was just chilling and like I think it was I was like in the 4th grade, and I just remember like, wow, my feet feel a little funny and my kneecaps feel wrong. What's going on? And my kneecaps are just sticking the fuck out like this. It felt it didn't hurt, but I was like, something's wrong. So when I got picked up by my mom in the 4th grade, I was like, hey, my kneecaps are wrong. And they're like, oh shit, they fucking are. And I had to go to physical therapy for like a year and a half. I just had to do certain exercises. But the reason they were fucked is because, okay, when your feet go flat, right? They do this, they go fucking flat with no arch and shit. The muscles get stretched a lot further than they should be. Some of those muscles are attached to that middle of the foot. So what happens is that since this is getting stretched more, it's also getting forcibly relaxed. And a lot of those muscles also attach to how your kneecap attaches. And that also fucks up your fucking quads. This is like a big fucking, it fucks up everything in your leg, bro. It fucks up everything. So your kneecaps are like, oh fuck, I don't have the right things pulling on the right things, so it just goes out of place. So you have to strengthen your quads, certain like leg muscles, etc.
Your ass. I'm sorry that shit fucking happened, bro. Cause like I've never been really through anything like that. All I've had to deal with like medically that really impacted my life was asthma. But I kind of got it.
That
took me
sucks.
a while, but I got over it.
Yeah, the closest thing to asthma I ever had was just really shitty allergies through a certain period of my life. When I coughed and wheezed or laughed, I sounded like a goddamn 40-year-old smoker for like a big part of my life. Like
that wheeze is deep in your throat. I know exactly what wheeze you're talking about. I get it after like running. Since my PE teacher just didn't believe in asthma, I guess. So she just made me run.
The PE teacher that just does not believe in asthma reminds me of the PE teacher that tried to make me do the fucking mile when I had broken my toe and sprained my ankle at the same time.
And you told them and they still made you fucking go?
They tried to. I just went, fuck you, I'm sitting down. And they couldn't do shit. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna get me up with my crutches and shit, trying to make me do the mile with crutches? Fuck you, I'm gonna sit down. You're not gonna be able to do shit.
Damn. I mean, yeah, they kind of just have to listen to you or else you can be like, I'm telling my mom.
I'll sue you. That is what you say. Even though, like, because, okay, this is horrible, but PE teachers don't get paid much.
Yeah, teachers in general.
Like, oh fuck that! I'm good. I don't even get paid enough to buy enough supplies for my goddamn class. I'm good.
When a kid learns that he can manipulate teachers, it becomes the scariest shit. Then they turn to fucking Jimmy Neutron with the ways that they get around it. There was one time, and I'll tell this quick story. And if anyone listening went to school with me, you'll know that this happened. The reason why I rode off from school one day in an ambulance, I was at PE and I was running our mile. I fucking hate running. I'm getting back into it and I'm gonna try to do it better this time, but in PE, I was such a slacker, I fucking hated running, okay?
Damn.
It's the easiest thing for a lot of people. I couldn't do it. It's only because of endurance. I think I have a lot of strength, but like I have just no endurance. Like I burn out quick.
At the opposite going for me during freshman year.
Oh, you weren't strong, but you can go forever?
I could run for fucking ever for whatever reason. I was cracked out, bro. That was about it though. That's all I had going for me. Once I actually went to weightlifting class, the opposite started happening.
Oh, I want to get back into fuck, I'm getting distracted. Okay, right. So the ambulance, I was running, and by the time I got to the 5th lap, which was like the second to last one around our track, I was like, no, I was a little bitch baby, okay? I was a little quitter. So I was like, I can't do this anymore. So how do I get out of this? Go up to my teacher. I forgot her name, but she's this young Asian lady. I'm like, teacher, I have a pain in my chest and I don't think I could run anymore.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, really selling it? I think if I said that, and she would have just been like, oh, go sit down over there. But I was like, really selling it.
Going for it. You took that drama class and you were applying everything you fucking learned.
I acted like I was feeling pain. So she was like, okay, go lie down over there. I'll call in a TA to come assist you. We'll bring you to the office. What I thought was just going to be like, you know, a little lie that could get me maybe to stay home from school for a day.
A fucking ambulance visit.
I was sitting in the locker room and like every teacher that could was like coming up to me, patting my back, like, it's okay, Cole, you'll be fine. I'm like, fuck. Oh. And then the ambulance drove into the school. What's it called? The people that were in the ambulance came out with a stretcher. And that was the first time in my life, I hope the only time, that I laid on a stretcher. They brought me out. All my friends were like looking at me so weirdly. I had my backpack on me. I was like smiling at them. They're like, you good, Cole? You good? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Shut the fuck up.
Fine, dude.
And yeah, I rode to the hospital. My mom showed up. They did checks on me. They're like, seems to be nothing wrong. I was like, no, I'm fine. I healed. Don't worry about it. What happened was that my mom, she never addressed it again. So I never got grounded for it. Even though I probably should have.
You're such a lucky bastard. So, okay. You fucking faked having what I assume the teachers thought was either a heart attack. Well, actually, probably a heart attack because chest pains. Oh, man. And then you just fucking walk away scot-free, bro. Do you know how expensive an ambulance visit is? Even when I broke my toe, sprained my ankle at the same time back in like, it was 6th or 5th grade in soccer. They brought a wheelchair and they helped me get up the hill. But my mom took me to the ER.
You know what's fucked about it? You know, I didn't think about it that deep because some other kid could have used that ambulance.
Maybe. I mean, okay. Let's be to be frank. Ambulances usually have enough ambulances to actually go over a certain quantity for an area. Rarely are they putting this. Usually, well, I'm saying usually. This is LA, so they might be a big exception. But usually they have more than enough ambulances based on the average. So you're fine on that end, I think. I hope.
Little Jimmy was struggling that day, and instead they picked me up, kid with nothing wrong with him. You should have seen the face on the ambulance people.
I cannot imagine how, like, I mean, to be fair, it probably happens. The whole idea of like a fake ambulance visit probably happens more often than you think, or ambulance or visiting the ER. Thinking something's wrong when something is not wrong.
That definitely happens a lot.
For example, I thought I broke my fucking thumb at one point, but turns out I bashed. I think it was my left thumb. I don't remember which one it was actually. I think about it, it's hard to tell. I bashed like this so fucking hard that like the tissue immediately like dented and shit. So it looked like my thumb was just fucked. And I'm gonna be real, the actual story behind it's really fucking stupid. See, I was lifting really light weights. This happened only like I think a year ago. This was not that long ago. And I got out the brilliant idea, wow, these are really light weights. I'm gonna start doing this shit and spinning them. I don't know what the fuck I was on at that point. I'd been exercising for like an hour and a half. My brain energy was just, it was all dedicated to whatever the fuck I was doing, not actually thinking. They're only like 5-pound weights, right? So, you know, you don't really think about it. 5-pound weights, they're fucking nothing. Doing this shit, start going faster and faster and faster, right? Like just going fucking ham. Smack my fucking thumb between both the weights, going at Mach fucking 5. And I just dropped the weights and went, oh, fuck.
You know that second when like something really painful happens? It's just your brain takes a second to process. I've actually done a lot of stupid things and actually did not feel the pain for quite a while. For example, did I ever tell you the story about how I stabbed my face with a pen? Anyway, that's another thing. It looked like I had a fucking dent, bro. It looked like it was dented. Geez, like you'll see it, right? Like the pain will ramp up when some really bad pain happens to you. It progresses from like a ow, 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 ow.
It looks like my thumb was dented. It didn't. It only hurt when I moved it, so I immediately assumed it's fucking broken. Dropped everything. Mom came rushing in. Hey, yo, what the fuck is going on? She was in the middle of working too, so like I was freaking the fuck out. Because anyone rationally would freak the fuck out that they broke their thumb. We went to the fucking ER. You know, me freaking the fuck out about the thumb because I was kind of over. I was already stressed out at that point, thinking about all of the things I had to work on, all this other stuff. So it was like my brain was just. I had like just a mental just catastrophe, just brain. I'm just balling, bro. So I go to the ER. I'm more relaxed, blah de blah, wait in the fucking ER hallway, just kind of holding my thumb, kind of like fuck. Now I can't do a bunch of shit. You know those little kids who are just completely like innocent and they don't know what the fuck's up, but they do like super rude shit.
Yeah, they'll be like,
kid pointing at my thumb and
your
shit.
face is ugly. What's wrong with your thumb, buddy?
You're kind of like pointing to his dad, like, what's wrong with that guy's thumb? And it's like, no, don't shut up, he can hear you. Asshole. But yeah, after all that, having to deal with this weird doctor at the ER, he had a very strong Chinese or Chinese Mandarin, whatever the fuck, accent. I had to get it explained to me again by another person because like, what? I had to wait until another lady basically walked up to me and told me like all the details, what I had to do with it, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh okay, I didn't break my thumb. But like the wait, like you know that moment where you kind of wait for a long ass time to deal with an issue and you're like, oh, it's not a big issue. Wow, that's kind of a waste of time. I'm dumb. Don't spin weights like don't go boxing with 5-pound weights. That's stupid.
Be safe at the gym. I wanted to point out the exact thing that I was talking about 20 minutes earlier. Right. I started the conversation with doorknobs, and now we're talking about a Chinese doctor where you thought you broke your thumb, where you couldn't understand what he was saying, and you had to get another lady to explain that it's just a boo-boo and you didn't break shit. You have a million dialogue options.
Fuck. You're right. You're calling me out and you're right. Now it's funny because now I can't list topics for shit.
I mean, in the topics chat, it's pretty, I couldn't really think of much either, but like still, man.
You thought of more than one. I didn't think of a single one.
Do you just have voices in your head? Like, how is that? How do you do this?
Yeah, I'm totally schizophrenic. I'm about to have a schizophrenic breakdown. They're in my fucking walls. I actually had a schizophrenic roommate. He was not as bad as most. The media over portrays shit. But back to that thing. I don't know. I have no fucking idea. I just talk. That's why I said earlier, I'm really good at pulling shit out of my ass.
What do you mean by schizophrenia is not as bad as people say? Well, like what?
He was actually my friend since, I think the beginning of, actually near the end of 8th grade. I made friends with this kid who had not been very, to be fair, for the majority of my school life, I was not in a good like social situation. I had the worst class in 40 years in the entire district. Very, very bad schoolmates. For the most part. So I didn't really get along with all the kids in my class. But 7th and 9th grade were generally the most where things started to calm down. Like I wasn't getting bullied really anymore, shit like that. But this kid who had like not been very sociable, like at all, and he seemed like, I'd say the best way to describe him at that point in time was emo. Very, very emo, had that long hair, kind of black hair, long black hair. I made friends with that kid. Because I thought, why not? I have nothing to lose at this point. Fast forward a fuck ton of years. I've known this guy for a long time. And we're at a high school. We're out of high school. And I find out in a Discord call that he's been living in his car. And he's dying in his car. Right? Because it's like middle of summer. So we get him in here. I talked to my family about it. He's living in my room for like, I think it was like 8 months. It was for 8 months. I didn't really know this until, well, he's already here, but he apparently was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, kind of sociopathy, kind of. I every time I heard him say like I'm technically a sociopath, I'm like, I kind of don't believe that because sometimes you're like way too empathetic. Wouldn't be surprised if he had PTSD from his family being pieces of shit. Like he had to cut all contact with his family. So like generally he had a kind of a shitty life. He's been doing okay now. He's doing a lot better. He's no longer, he's kind of technically homeless right now, but he's also kind of got a lot of things going on for him. And he's doing a lot better.
Glad to hear
than he was.
Glad to hear he's better.
Like, like in media, oh, I have schizophrenia. That means I have voices in my head and I'm going to kill people in their sleep, blah, 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 multiple personality disorder, etc. That's bullshit. That is like the top, that is like the worst of the worst. 1% of a 1% of a 1% is like it is unreasonably over like dramatic in how they show in media.
Yeah, because like it's a scale, right? Like everything, like every sort of mental sort of thing, it's all a scale from how, I guess, benign to how extreme it can get. Any
form of neurodiversity and mental illness, there's always a scale, and he was only on like the beginning tip of it. He's not. I should be saying they. I forgot. Fucking they. Idiot. I'm an idiot. They. Now they're they. Before they were he. I'm bad at that. I'm really bad at that.
It comes with practice. It's all good. Yeah.
Right. But I have had a lot of practice and I'm still bad. But to be fair, I'm bad at memorizing people's names and birthdays. So like the main thing that they have going on for them with paranoid schizophrenia is, you know, they see things sometimes and they kind of like look over, but they know they're not real. So they kind of like go back to whatever the fuck we were talking about, blah, blah, blah. And then they have like breakdowns periodically, and usually it's because it's either really dark, so their brain's just making up shit, or it's a really loud fucking noise, like a really loud alarm clock. So I think the only experience I had with them that was really bad, where I was trying to sleep, and I was also in junior college at this point in time, I dropped out, actually kind of because I couldn't sleep that much, was when they started they woke up just fucking screaming. Dead at night, bro.
Jesus Christ.
I was just about to fall asleep. It is nightmarish, and all I could do in response was scream back.
Just a screaming match.
When you scream the void screams back. That's there we go. But beyond that, they just tend to be a negative. They just tend to be like a pessimistic negative spiral. So like if something bad happens, they just keep going down, down, down.
That's an interestingly awful situation. Like thinking about that mental shit, like in that situation, you're both struggling because of that one thing. And the ways to get around it requires the person to alter themselves in some way, like taking some sort of chemical or committing to a routine. And
oh yeah. And their meds actually made them fucked up their vision a lot, so they didn't take it for a while.
Scary. What? It fucked up their vision? Damn.
Yeah. If you don't have the right, because of how paranoid schizophrenia and the medications around that are, they can have really bad negative side effects if you're not getting either the right version or the right brand, etc. And he wasn't willing to talk to his doctor because he was really unwilling to talk to their doctor. And I don't know, but it was messing with their vision, so they weren't taking it. But to be fair, they didn't really have top of the line like schizophrenia. I say top of the line like it's a good thing. It's not. Like the worst version of schizophrenia. They did not have that. They had like the lower end.
Right. They had like the worst version, schizo beta. And it's been piled on by social media too, you know, the fucking TikTok and pretending they have every neurodivergent thing in the book,
right,
for clout.
It's kind of sad. Have you heard about the tick thing? It happens to be a thing mostly because in general, females or girls are better at socializing than dudes are, period. They just are. It's also why dudes are really bad at talking to therapists. Talk to a therapist, dude. Just fucking do it. It's worth it. Anyways, there's nothing wrong with therapy. They pick up social habits a lot better. Well, actually a lot more snappier. So in general, there's been a thing. Dudes can do it too. It's just less likely. Brain stopped. Come on. Start up, you dumb fucking old car. They see a bunch of people having tics with what is that one neurodivergent thing? Tourette's. Either with minor Tourette's, major Tourette's, or somewhere in the middle, because there's also another range right there. Actually, I had a friend with very minor Tourette's and they misdiagnosed with ADHD because they actually have a lot of very similar things. Weird fact. And because they're exposed to them, they think the subconscious monkey brain that everyone has picks up on those weird social cues, in quotes, and they start replicating those actions either with. Like when you see hand motions when people are talking, you kind of pick up those hand motions and add them to yourself if you're exposed to them long enough. So what can happen if a girl is exposed to seeing a bunch of people with Tourette's on TikTok or faking Tourette's, because that's sadly a thing, they'll pick it up. I mean, it's temporary. It's not permanent. They aren't born with it.
That's so fucked. And you can just go on TikTok and see people. I'm not saying everyone on TikTok is faking, like, Tourette's or anything like that.
Not everyone is on TikTok. But
there are definitely some that have been exposed, and those people.
There are definitely some. There's actually definitely a lot. One thing I do like, though, is the fact that people with neurodivergency or any mental illness are more willing to talk about it on social media and show who they are, because that's a good that's the positive of that type of culture. The negative is when people fake it.
You know what, bro? The facts. And we'll talk more about clout right after this break. I need to refill my water, so we're gonna
fill your water. I'll get get some water as well.
We will get right back to your scheduled programming right after this ad. That's not actually an ad. I'm just letting you know that this podcast now has a Twitter account where I'll post the best clips of the podcast and little hints on future guests. Anyway, back to this. Enjoy.
RT, you back? RT is not back. By the way, if anyone has not joined RT's server or watched any of his videos beyond this one, please check them out. Especially the Gumball video. That's a really good video. I hope this is the Discord glitch where like I can't hear RT is happening right now. That'd be weird.
Yeah, okay. Okay, mate.
What's up, man?
What's up, mate? Question for you.
What's up, man?
Right off the bat, now that we're back, we talked about clout, we talked about TikTok. Is that the worst social media in your opinion?
TikTok? Close.
Yeah, I don't think it's the worst. I definitely don't.
I don't think it's the worst. 4chan would be.
4chan? I mean, yeah.
It's a social media website if you think about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I never fucked with 4chan. You probably have way more expertise.
I've been on there a few times. It's mostly just weird porn. People and like 12-year-old COD players who just want to scream the N-word.
Yeah, I mean,
that's about it. Then you get those like one little shiny piece of gold turd nuggets periodically, and those are what everyone find funny, or like socially just mind-boggling.
It's like I feel like 4chan is the originator of everything, because all of the weird trends or memes, or even like weird news articles that pop up, social experiments, they all link back to 4chan.
They all do. 4chan is more of a cult than a social media, but it is a social media. Not to say TikTok doesn't have its problems, because it does.
TikTok has so many issues. TikTok, like, the comment section, the algorithm.
You thought this YouTube circle jerk was bad? Get ready for a TikTok.
Just echo chamber.
It's just an echo chamber. It's one of the largest problems with social media algorithms. I really think that there should be a social media algorithm where, yeah, it shows you what you want to see a lot of times, but it also will show you the polar fucking opposite.
Challenge your beliefs.
Challenge your beliefs, because they'll make your beliefs stronger, or make you realize that you're either wrong, or open yourself up to a better belief.
I get you. And people should be entitled to their own opinion and shit, but there's nothing wrong with occasionally coming across someone who disagrees with you. There's a lot of places where, especially on social media, you know, where like disagreements are shunned. Get that shit out of here. If you're different, I fucking hate you.
It is so dumb. I think there was actually a 4chan post about this which I thought was really funny. Before the internet and social media algorithm circle jerks. I want to fuck a toaster. You're stupid. Don't do that. Oh, okay. Nowadays, I want to fuck a toaster. Finds a social media platform filled with thousands of other people who want to fuck a toaster.
Hey, maybe don't fuck the toaster. Are you questioning what I want to do with my life? Who are you?
Are you questioning me with the toasted dick?
I'm gonna if I want to toast my schlong, I'm gonna fucking do it, bitch. Yeah, if I'm gonna pick a worse social media app, see, Twitter's sitting on the cusp, because I've seen some of the worst human behavior on Twitter.
Twitter, on the other hand, how is it political? How did it become political? How did a platform where you can only post like 3 sentences?
It's just these people that really like to talk about that sort of stuff, you know, and they just form their own little groups, and then these groups clash and all that.
Then, whoops, we have neo-Nazis in the corner right there.
Honestly, if I was gonna pick like a worst social media app, it would probably be one of the Twitter alternatives, like Gab or something.
I know exactly what you're talking about. What was that one platform? Did Trump make it? The red one.
The red one? I don't think so. I know he's on Gab. There are probably a million.
Yeah.
There's one that Sneeko was on. I completely forgot the name. I feel like everything on Twitter is taken way more seriously than it should be. Because
totally.
You know how let me set up a scenario right now, because I've seen this way too many times and it fucking annoys me. One guy tweets out, I fucking hate waffles, you know. Then someone this is like a celebrity, a big person, they have a fan base, they're like, I fucking hate waffles. If you eat waffles, what the fuck's wrong with you? Then someone quote tweets them like, imagine hating fucking waffles, being this much of a fucking loser. And then that person that quote tweeted them gets like 10,000 more likes because more people agree with him.
Oh yeah, and they get fucking, what's it called, ratioed.
Yeah, but underneath that ratio, the guy that quote tweeted, the first guy, the reply section will then turn into, it'll start off as this humorous like jabs at the person that made the original comment.
It'll just become like a flame war.
And it'll become like, yeah, like this concentrated area of hate. There'll be these people that pop up, yeah, this guy's been being a hypocrite for like as long as I've known him. He's just the worst. I can't believe he has a fan base. All of these, a bunch of haters and bandwagoners like find this as an opportunity to go like, oh my God, finally, I've always hated that person. It's a reason because they want to find a community. They want to find people that they can relate to.
Well, I would agree, but it's mostly just I want internet points. I don't want to step aside and go, wow, this is really dumb. I want to blend in.
They get people to like confirm their smartness by agreeing with them. Them. There's also the same people that are like, you tweet, I love pancakes, and then someone underneath it will be like, so you fucking hate waffles? Do you hate everyone that eats waffles? You're like, no, I didn't say that. The whole sentence was, I like pancakes. Where did you fuck that popular meme?
Yeah, like they take it. It's like, you know, it's at that one scene in Gumball. You know what scene I'm talking about? Where Gumball, like, he gets a response, and he just says, what do you, like...
The argument with the cactus girl. Yeah.
That scene.
From the best.
That's basically the entirety of Twitter. I'm betting they were making fun of Twitter. When they made that.
100%. That was like the whole bit. You know, man, and social media is always going to be like that. It's just when you get 200, like if you get 1 million people to respond to anything, whether it be good, bad, whatever, you're gonna get hell, basically, because the human brains are fucking weird. So
we're dumb.
We're so dumb as hell.
We're dumb as hell, and we think we're smart, but we're not. We're nowhere fucking near anything. Last 200 years have been like this exponential fucking pew, holy shit, we have computers and shit. But like, have we caught up to that technology? Not really. We're just kind of continuing to like do this crazy shit. We're smarter, sure, than like 100 or 200 years ago, but compared to how long we've existed overall, the age of the universe, etc., we're just fucking specks. We're like, we existed and then we didn't.
Yeah, and we can't even conquer our own ocean. So I mean, we got a lot to do.
We can't conquer our ocean. We can't create world peace, solve world hunger, solve world thirst, go out to space, and a lot of these are actually caused by human greed. So,
but if there's one thing we can't do that I know we're good at and will always be good at uniquely, despite AI, is art, baby. Fucking art,
boy.
Animation.
Oh boy.
Speaking of which, what cartoon did you hate growing up? Let's start with the hate.
What cartoon did I hate?
Let's start with the hatred.
Hatred? Okay. Let me give some fucking context first.
Oh no.
I didn't really have. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. Like I'm building up to like a show I hate because I actually. I'm having a hard time thinking of it. I didn't have TV growing up for a major chunk of my life. I didn't have internet TV. I didn't even have internet for a major chunk growing up in my life. So I didn't get to watch that much cartoons and stuff until I got a little older and I kind of got disinterested, which kind of sucked. Fuck, you just made me think of one. You're gonna hate me for this.
Oh no.
You're gonna really hate me for this. Okay.
I think I know exactly which one you're talking about too, which is crazy.
You might. See. When we finally got internet and we were watching TV on the Wii, because that was all we had. We had like we had Netflix on the Wii. My little sister, she loved to watch My Little Pony.
Oh boy.
And I did not thoroughly enjoy that show. So most hated cartoon growing up, probably. Do I think it's a horrible show? Probably not really. It's just not my thing. Comparative to everything else I watched as a kid when it comes to cartoons, it's not. It's just the worst one out of the bunch. I mean, actually, they are. Everyone who does watch it is a little weird, but not in the sense like I hate you. You watch a show I don't like. I just don't. It's just not my thing. You know?
I bring you onto a podcast episode, and you talk shit on My Little Pony.
I know you're a brony, man.
No, I'm not. No. Hey.
Yeah, you are.
Don't
try to lie about it, bro. I've known you since, actually, what year? 2016?
Yeah. 2017.
2016.
Let me fucking explain before you go and exposing my ass. For a good third of my life, age 0 to like age, 8, 9, I could significantly say that I was a brony. In my first video I ever made on YouTube, it was a slideshow that had My Little Pony images in it. And listen, I understand that's a little fruity and that's a little quirky, but honestly,
fruity trudy.
Little fruity trudy. It might be the reason I'm bi today. It might have been the reason why I realized I was bi.
Because I watched ponies, I am bisexual.
But
glorious logic, man.
What I think is like that from looking at it now, and I haven't even finished the show yet. I need to go back. Did you see in the newest season what they fucking did to the characters? A lot of people dislike the sort of brony community because the ones that are adults, the second that adults got into that little kid show, that's when all the weird, like, grooming people and
let me tell
shit.
you some shit that I didn't know until a little while. The brony thing was before the show that you think came out. That's also why there's a lot of adults.
Yeah. There were earlier
the original My Little Pony came out in like the 1980s.
The one that everyone thinks about, the Friendship is Magic, is like what? Gen 4 or some? Gen 5?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that the original My Little Pony was in 1981. So it kind of makes sense that there's some adult fans. But what's creepy is how either some of those adult fans turned out. You know, but I mean, with every community, there's always going to be the ones that stick out, right?
Yeah, it's like the furries, you know? It's like they're just people that want to express their love of something. It just so happens that
then there's that small group of people that wants to actually fuck animals.
Exactly.
And
but
you're just like, yo, what the fuck?
Those people are shunned. It's just like the wide majority of people don't really see them being shunned. They just see them as part of the community, even though
it's again that extremists ruining it all for the fucking rest of them.
Exactly.
We could totally talk about religion here, but I'm not going to because it's controversial.
Religion is fake and gay. That's all we need to say about it. Religion's fine. I don't care about religion. What I was going to say is that later on during this podcast, I actually have a guest coming on that engages, that is a pony like creator. They're still in the space. I think they're cool because like they're a narrator. They read stories. They interact with the community in a creative way. I feel like those people are positive. And people who like the show to express themselves creatively are positive. And I'm gonna be honest, as long as it doesn't interact with children at all, I think Hoovesart is a good creator, okay? If you know who that is, listen, man.
I do not.
Shout out Hoovesart.
I'm out to Google it, and if it ruins
don't
I'm tracking you down if it's horrible.
Okay, maybe I changed my mind. Maybe no more Hoovesart. Maybe Hoovesart should get another...
You've ruined my eyes. I'm tracking you down, RT.
No, but I completely understand that. If you don't like the show, that's completely fine. If I'm gonna pick my least favorite show growing up, I want to pick one that's like a hot take. I stopped watching Adventure Time when it got more serious.
That is a hard take.
I really valued it as like this goofy show, you know, this episodic sort of Finn and Jake adventures in this funny, happy world, and that's what it still was. But the second that like started to have more story to it, more Marceline Ice King and more about the war, it just kind of got confusing to me. My little dumb brony ass brain. So I stopped
brony
really
brain
liking
could
it.
not handle the Finn and Jake.
Could not handle long form storytelling.
Damn.
Now I really appreciate it, but back then that's got to either that or Teen Titans Go, because Teen Titans Go was also something I saw.
No, Teen Titans Go is like
it's
it's awful.
It's a different kind of.
It's just not good. I mean, to be frank, I didn't get to watch a lot of this when I was a kid, but like from what I heard and shit from other people, no bueno.
Yeah, man, it's, you know what, you got a bad show when they take an original piece of art, a really good work, and just flip it like they did with Powerpuff Girls as well with the 2016 reboot. And they just make it, try to make it more modern, but in turn, that just makes it, it's not even like change is bad. It's just they changed it to make it bad.
You know, the show is bad when it makes fun of itself for being bad half the time. That's how you know a show's bad.
That episode where Beast Boy was twerking at the camera for like a whole minute. It's kind of like the show was mocking the kids for watching it. It's just like...
Yeah. I mean, they had their main focus on it became humor instead of what it was before, which is a really well done, like, you know, story.
Big story.
It had a really good story arcs and whatnot, and like had Batman, a lot of lore and building. It kind of like if there's anything that kind of reminds me of Avatar: The Last Airbender in terms of like the same level of storytelling and lore, it's probably Teen Titans.
Actually, that's weird. I enjoyed Avatar, but I'd never got into Adventure Time story. I guess that's a weird thing.
They're completely different ways of story building. Avatar, you have this little idiot on a airball smacking into shit half the time, doing his own little stupid thing, and it's more goofy storytelling. Well, I know that's an incorrect term because also Finn and Jake is also goofy. I think with Finn and Jake and Adventure Time, because I actually didn't get to watch this as a kid. From what I've hearing from you, and from what I understand based on what I've seen, because I actually haven't seen the entire thing, is that it's less comprehensive. It's super chaotic and less comprehensive, so therefore confusing your little younger brain.
A little dumbass brain.
Little younger brain who doesn't understand a lot of things because he's young. Completely understandable. While compared to Avatar, where the story building is super fucking concise and really straightforward. While there's a lot of lore, it's very well explained. If that makes sense.
You just explained my my early onset ADHD. Thank you, man.
Fuck. I could diagnose people. No, I can't. Bad idea.
Oh, and now that we did hate it, favorite cartoon growing up.
Favorite cartoon? Are we not including anime here? I think anime deserves its own category. Never mind.
Yeah,
Never
actually,
mind.
no. Different thing. Anime is different.
Favorite cartoon? This one's a little weird. Futurama. I watched as a kid.
Based ass pick.
It's weird because my family was like, oh no, you cannot watch Family Guy. You cannot watch not watch. I almost said Adventure Time. No, American Dad. You cannot watch either of these. You can't watch. I don't think I could watch South Park. I mean, to be fair, my dad actually watched the first episode when it came out in the film industry. He actually got to watch it before it aired.
Oh damn.
So my family already knew what the fuck these shows were. Like point to point. They were like, fuck no, you ain't watching any of these. I don't remember the logic with South Park. I think it was mainly just because it's just you know South Park.
You got a dad in the film industry? So I'm still caught up on that.
That aspect, basically my dad, he was a cinematographer, you know, kind of a camera guy and assistant for a weird period of time. My dad's done a lot of shit. He's been like a rock metal band, played with Metallica, not like as in the band, but he played with Metallica. Well, it was like a co-op thing. What was it called? When two big creators work to collab. A collab. I said co-op like an idiot, like it's Halo. A collab with Metallica at some point. I don't really want to say which band because I'm just gonna be doxing myself. Oh, you know my dad's name. You can find me on Facebook. Their band played with Metallica. After messing with that band, he played with a few other bands, etc. He got into mountain climbing. He got into camera stuff in the cinematography world. He was a ranger in a park.
God.
And there were a few other things along the way, but he just kind of jumped from one like weird, like hyper specific thing to another, but all of them were just creative. But in the cinematography world, he did shoot some kind of well-known stuff. He almost shot one of the Michael Jackson music videos, but actually, this was a funny story. My dad and their entire filming team, and I think my dad was either an assistant, I think he was an assistant, camera assistant. We're about to film one of the Michael Jackson music videos. Michael Jackson, so he did a little twirl and his nose fucking fell off because his nose is real. Fell right off. And he was super embarrassed by this aspect to the point where he just replaced the entire group of the entire, shooting team because he didn't want a single person that knew that his nose fell off during shooting. And this was after they'd waited for like 48 hours.
Oh my god.
So they waited 24 hours and were basically set up to get ready to go. And if they had to this is an entire fucking parking lot that got rented out and everything got cleared off of it. Everything got cleaned. And then waited another 24 hours after he skedaddled after getting embarrassed and walked away.
I am so happy I interrupted you because that is interesting as fuck if that really happened.
I mean, it's my dad. My dad, he loves talking about things that happened, but the amount of truth in them is always a little. I mean, he's old. He's a little on the older side.
I got you.
Futurama. Bomb ass fucking show. It was the only like kind of adult show I was able to watch as a kid, and I fucking loved it. My little sister actually loved it so much. She loved it a lot more than I did. That she literally watched it probably about 40 times. The entire thing. And it's not a short show. You know how long it is. It's a long ass show. At this point, I've reached the point where if I hear the audio from an episode, I know exactly what's happening. Same thing with Zack and Cody.
Zack and Cody, what the fuck?
The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. My little sister had both of these shows interchangeably on fucking repeat.
Man, so you can remember every line of Zack and Cody, but you still can't fucking watch Dog with a Blog? I'm kind of disappointed.
Man, different times. But also, I didn't like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody as much as I liked Futurama. But to be frank, I'm mostly talking about the experience of my little sister having those two play on repeat. I wasn't there the entire time, but they was playing in the background all the time.
That's a point I've gone to with Gumball. Like, I can't like repeat a line, but if I see a scene, I know exactly what episode it's from.
To be fair, though, Gumball is incredibly memorable and has a lot of really good scenes.
Because I read the comments on like the video, and you're so right. Because a lot of people were like, "Oh, I actually haven't watched Gumball in like 6 years," but when I watched this video and realized, damn, I remember every episode. It's just classic like that. It's just built different.
Because Gumball, every scene, everything bit that's going on, it's incredibly unique for the most part. So because of that, it takes up a very special part of your brain. Unique memories, bro.
If
they stick.
And what do you think about Chowder?
Chowder? I didn't get to watch it.
Oh, okay. I see.
Because I didn't have TV. I only had internet TV, so I was limited to Netflix, Hulu Plus.
Damn.
And YouTube.
Oh, okay. Wow. I mean, when did you start pirating things?
I didn't get into that until, well, actually, you're making me admit to that on a podcast, where everyone can listen. I do not legally. I did not suggest that you ever Yarhar Philly D a show.
Hypothetically,
or anything along those lines.
Hypothetically,
hypothetically, in Minecraft, I started watching TV shows on my computer in Minecraft. Probably like 6 or 7 years ago at most.
In my headcanon, yeah.
Yeah, in headcanon in Minecraft, not real.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's just clickbait.
Facts.
Don't worry about it.
Joke.
I do not want them showing up my fucking door, bro. I can't believe you asked me that question.
Man, they're not gonna track you down from a podcast. Tell me, what was the first show?
I have no fucking idea. And also, to be fair, there's also a lot of websites where you just kind of watch stuff on, you know?
Yeah.
9 anime for one, you're gonna have to bleep that. Yeah, there's stuff like that.
I mean,
right?
that's how I watch a little bit of Family Guy, because like, you know,
it's on 9 anime?
No. Family Guy, my favorite anime. I mean the Family Guy funny moments, you know, the fucked up compilations on YouTube where they don't even like cut the scene properly.
Those have been around for as long as YouTube's been around.
I know, it's crazy. That's why I was like, I've always been watching them since I was a kid, because like,
right.
You watch it on Hulu. It used to be on Netflix, and that's when it was chill to watch it. But then it went to Hulu, and Hulu has ads, even though you pay for a subscription.
Oh yeah, dude. I fucking hate Hulu, man. To ever go, that's not untrue. They're the first streaming site to ever do that to that level. But they were heavily inspired by just TV stations.
Yeah, because that's literally what TV is. You pay for it. You pay for the cable.
You watch 3 minutes. Here's 15 minutes and unskippable ads.
Know.
Like YouTube's trying to pull right now.
Oh boy.
Have you been like seeing how bad it is with like YouTube ads
I
recently?
saw a video on my recommended. I never watched it. Is it really, really bad? The ads.
Let me sum it up. Okay, so they're experimenting. Big quotes with locking 4K behind in premium, and they're experimenting, with big quotes, with putting like. I think it's like 4 ads. I say 4 because I saw people reporting stuff about 10 to 15 ads sometimes. And them doing this every fucking 3 minutes. Like if you're on YouTube and you don't like check where the ad placements are and you make sure it's not like doing that super aggressively, it'll try to place one every 3 fucking minutes. It's gonna be like bam, 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 bam. You'll get a chance.
Oh man, I really hope they don't, because that's gonna be the point where YouTube becomes like this dystopia, to where people are gonna have to like start unmonetizing their videos so they can.
It's going to become an dystopia. It already is.
Yeah, you're right.
The reason they're doing this is because people are using ad block because there's too many ads, and they're punishing people for not using ad block by putting more ads in.
Did you see Google's trying to
use ad block more?
Develop something to get around ad blocker?
Yeah. Well, actually, what they did is that they because Google owns YouTube, and also the Chromium browser. This is why you should probably switch to Firefox, by the way. They're removing this thing called Manifest 2.0 to version Manifest 3.0, which basically means, we're updating how all extensions work on your browser, but also we're also going to be crippling all ad blockers from working. So, which you need to use internet at this point. About like favorite cartoons. What's your favorite cartoon?
Growing
up.
Okay, if we're gonna go second, because. You know, I'm boring. I always say the same fucking show for first one. What was that one show? Not Chowder. Chowder's like third favorite. There was one in between. What was between Gumball and Chowder? There was one show that I fucking loved. It was, I don't think you know it. You know, all right, I'll just give it to SpongeBob because I can't think of that other show because that other show is pretty niche. But SpongeBob's definitely up there. SpongeBob's given me so many memories. It's got to be fucking. If you don't have SpongeBob in your top 5, you didn't. What are you doing, bro? You probably watched PBS. Fucking Rough Ruffman. You know Rough Ruffman, Sky?
No.
I thought you would.
I don't even know what that is.
Fucking Rough Ruffman over there.
For a major chunk of my younger life, I thought PBS was the SCD. I didn't know what the fuck it was.
You know, there are a lot of niche cartoons that I watched, and honestly, I think it's made me into a weirder person. Like, when I was younger, I used to just like things being projected into my face. Like, I could tell Gumball was a good show. Like, it was really good. I could tell SpongeBob was really good. I could tell Chowder was good. But, like, I watch shows... Do you know Robot and Monster?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Do you know...
Robot, Monster. Do I know what?
Do you know Kick Buttowski?
Yes, I know Kick Buttowski. That was one of the few shows I had access to.
Do you know Fanboy and Chum Chum?
Fanboy and Chum Chum. Yes! It took me a second.
Yeah.
Man, you're talking about watching weird shows as a kid. I was... heavily into fucking anime when I was younger, man.
Ooh.
Like way fucking more than I am now. I mean, I like anime. I read manga here and there, but like the entirety, as much One Piece was available.
One Piece,
Fairy Tail, Naruto, etc. You name it, I probably watched it if it was available on Hulu.
Oh yeah, because Hulu does have anime. They have Chainsaw Man right now.
Oh yeah, fucking I need to sit down and watch Chainsaw Man, but also like I kind of want to like wait on it. Dude, by the way, Chainsaw Man, we should definitely watch it in your movie server.
Oh yeah,
period.
Bet. I'd be totally down. Don't let what's it called, Chainsaw Man fans pressure you though, because like I feel like a lot of them are kind of pushing it as the greatest thing ever made. It's incredible, but like you don't need to watch it right away. Just take your time.
Right. Also, I read Chainsaw Man before the show came out. That is really good. But if there's anything that would become the best thing, I'm gonna piss off Twitter with this one. It would be Berserk if it ever got animated on the same level.
True. Berserk is like the greatest manga ever.
How to anger Twitter in 2.5 seconds because they hate Berserk.
Damn.
It's misogynistic, blah blah. Yeah, because all these characters are horrible. Yeah. They're horrible characters. You're not supposed to like them. Like a lot of the characters are horrible people. They're not supposed to be good people. They live in hell. What do you expect?
I wasn't very much into anime growing up. I really only got in. You know what? I was like indoctrinated because like you know that crew of people that are kind of like, oh, anime's trash. I'm cool. I don't like Japanese cartoons. And I used to form with those guys. I used to be in the group of people that hated anime when they've never even tried to watch one.
Fair.
And then I watched
Based.
the first anime I ever watched, and this is gonna, anyone who actually watches anime is gonna fucking throw up. My Hero Academia. Because that is one of the most mainstream animes of all time, because it's so, how do you say, the fan base is so unique.
Yeah. The fan base is so unique as we looks eerily at fucking Demon Slayer for doing the exact same thing. Yeah.
But in my defense, right, it was season 2. It was the first episode of season 2, which was one I saw, and then I got really invested, and I didn't know the characters, but I was still watching, and season 2 of My Hero Academia is like, still to this day,
it's one of the best
most peak anime I've ever seen. Like from my experience.
MHA season 1 is pretty good, but season 2 is gold, but it in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it goes down from there.
Yeah,
mostly because by the time it came out, I'd kind of lost interest in it as well.
I see.
Because it took a while for season 3 to come out.
You know, I think it goes like, season 1 was like a 6 out of 10. Season 2 was like a 8 or 9 out of 10. Then season 3, we were back down to like 6. Then season 4 was like, okay, 5. Season 5, which, was that the most recent one?
I have no idea. I'm not caught up on it.
I'm gonna be honest, I got really bored after, like, once it got to like Hawks and like the association of villains. I heard it gets really good, like later. I heard that there's like a really interesting,
probably does,
like season coming up. But there's just so much talking in this goddamn show. I just want to see quirks and powers and fighting. But there's like I hear some people that love the show are getting bored, like watching the newer episodes, because there's just so much fucking talking.
Right. I know there is some animes where talking is one of the main points and it's entertaining because of the way they incorporate, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
What's another fucking weird one? I had it on the top of my head and it's gone. Motherfucking goddamn it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh, Hunter x Hunter, if you ever watched that.
So good. Yep. It's the second anime I ever watched.
That's good. Wait, what?
It was the second anime I ever watched, and it is incredible.
Your second anime was Hunter x Hunter? Nice. Yeah, like the talking is the main point of these two, but they incorporated it really well. I mean, kind of talking, but also more of like inner dialogue. Or they're kind of like describing things or talking about really complicated things. Man, if you ever read the manga for Hunter x Hunter, it is super fucking off-putting with how large the text boxes are and how much they take. Like, okay, the art has gone downhill because that guy takes these massive hiatuses and just disappears off the face of the planet. But his art is like, it's crazy because like his art has gone down. Even though he's a really good artist, he just kind of like doesn't care about the art as much, and it makes sense because he's basically writing a fucking essay with every text box.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's the text has become the main focus, so he's gonna not put as much effort into the art, which is completely fucking fair. Like, god fucking damn.
It's gonna take years, but I want to be alive for the day that the actual finale of Hunter x Hunter ends, you know? Because I know I could just read the manga and see what happened after that point, but I really want to see it animated. I don't know why, man. It would make me so happy.
That's completely fair. The anime was really good. It was really well done. I'm so sad they stopped where they were, but at the same time, the artist was on a fucking hiatus and disappeared off the face of the planet.
Like, they had nowhere to really go with it. So.
They had nothing. They didn't. And I'm glad they didn't try to pull either the One Piece approach or the fucking Naruto approach, where it's just filled with nothing but what's it called? Fan service. Fan service?
Yeah, filler.
Or like bullshit. Filler / fan service, same thing at this point. Especially with how some shows are literally just fan service. God awful. Horny 12-year-old brain version of me would disagree because the fucking Hulu. I can't believe I had the fucking balls to watch some of the shit I watched as like a younger kid on the fucking TV and the Wii with Hulu Plus, man. I'm like looking back, like I watched that in the fucking living room. What the fuck?
Take me back to the days where these high-pitched girls jiggling their titties was peak entertainment.
Oh my god. I would agree, but I was not doing well in school for obvious, like it kind of makes sense. It's obvious reasons away from those. That's what I'm watching.
I see.
My god.
And yeah, and I've only gotten into looking at some manga recently, only because I was trying to watch One Piece because I wanted to, like, I was interested in like the whole world and what everyone was talking about.
Is real.
The One Piece.
And we get much higher.
And the anime. What? The anime is slow as shit. So reading it has been so much better.
Do you know why the anime is slow as shit?
Oh, I actually never figured out why. Why?
Okay. So here's the source material. The source material, unstretchable. It's unmovable. It is what it is. And with the way that they treated the fucking show with that source material, right? Oh, we seem to be running out of source material. Stretch. Uh-oh. We're running out of source material. Stretch. Uh-oh. We're running out of source material. Stretch. I'm gonna break this. They kept stretching it. Like imagine in the video editing timeline. Actually, this is a podcast about video editing. We haven't talked about video editing once. And like creation, like video creation, it's kind of funny. They kept cutting it and like slowing it down every time they got close to like the source material.
Like imagine if you wanted to make a YouTube video 10 minutes, but you only had 8 minutes worth of content, so you just put the video on 1.5 times, no, like 0.5 times speed, and then like, there you go.
Yeah, it's 75% speed and you got a 10-minute video, but you sound really fucking weird. Hey guys, how are you doing today? Today I broke my grandma's legs because I'm a fucking lazy slob.
And it's that. And, like,
yeah, and it looks horrible because it's at a weird frame rate too.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like the earlier episodes, I know later on it does get better, and with the movie, I really want to understand what's going on in the movie.
That's because they actually took an actual break
Oh shit.
at the source material build-up. They stopped. They literally took a fucking, like, oh, we're stopping.
That's good.
Then came back, fucking slapping.
That's awesome, man. I mean, when you look at something like that, I would expect nothing less from a show with like 1,000 fucking episodes. Fights will last multiple episodes long. They'll be talking in between every single attack. It's like JoJo. Like, I watched JoJo and like how they talked about their moves before they did it. You know, season 2 with fucking Joseph. I'm going to punch you in the face. Oh, you're now going to say, how'd you do that? Oh, how'd you do that? You know, but they did it in like a funny way. One Piece doesn't really do that in a funny way. Most of their dialogue is kind of just, why is that there?
Dude's been walking towards me menacingly for 30 episodes straight. I'm gonna be real, it ain't capping.
I'm gonna destroy you, Luffy. No, you're not. I'm king of the pirates. No, I'm gonna destroy you. No, you're not. I'm gonna kill you, fucking name your partner. No, you're not. And it's just that for 30 minutes.
Stretches balls.
Man, and like another thing, just if we're gonna go on that, and you talked about editing a little bit, made the editing analogy, we'll talk about this real quick. With that video, I'm gonna reference a specific video Sky made a long time ago, 3DGO.
Oh boy. Fuck.
It was a CSGO funny moments video that Sky here knows vividly about because it took him weeks.
Actually, only vaguely remember it. It's like a blur.
Well, if you watch, well, I can understand why. You watch the video, it's like just a blur of talent. It feels like you exported your brain and put it on the screen.
Not worth. I'm gonna be real. Not worth 4 months of my life. For a month per minute, not a good edit. Not a good. That's how you know it's an inefficient editing style.
You know,
that was also kind of like the last straw in the making funny moments videos.
You think over editing's like a problem? You think some people like worry too much about it?
Yeah, a lot of people worry too much about video editing and like making their video look really good. But if you like your base is really crap or like your basic cutting is really crap, don't bother.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
like if you have really shitty footage, and you can turn really shitty footage into a good video if you know how to play your cards right. But you have to know how to make a good video before that. Like one of the biggest problems I see with a lot of funny moments, and I don't really make funny moments anymore. I've realized I don't really watch it. Period.
Facts.
I just don't really watch funny moments anymore. It's just, I think it's also because the aspect of I've made this before, I've made content like this, therefore I can't really look at it.
I get that.
Because you kind of, it's a self-loathing thing. Or you remind yourself how you're not doing a thing that you should be doing.
Comparison.
Yeah, exactly. Comparison and relativity. I was gonna say something. Fuck, I'm stupid. Okay. My brain just fucking stopped. And yeah, so I don't really make funny moments stuff. That's just not really my thing anymore. It's hard to edit that type of stuff. But also, like, okay, the biggest problem on YouTube that I see. People who just cut things up, like cut up footage, right? It's okay footage. It may be gold footage, actually. It could be golden. But they don't put any other effort in these funny moment channels where beyond, I put subtitles. Funny subtitles.
Right. Yeah.
It's all about they think they're playing a game with this retention thing. I mean, there is a retention factor when you put subtitles on, but if all you do is make subtitles and okay, more accurately, if your video is not good, not entertaining without the subtitles, then you shouldn't be using subtitles. If all your video is the subtitles, you're not making good videos. If you're cutting them up really well, you have good humor involved, everything about it is funny enough, so you can just do a relatively rough cut of what you generally want, and it's already a really good video. And you just keep like adding more to what's already a really good base, and you keep working on that, then you'll make a good video. And if you can turn off the subtitles on your video and it's gold, then you got a good video.
With most things in life, that's like a tool, right? The subtitles are a tool you can use to make the video more entertaining. Some people will use it as a crutch, just make it the whole thing.
It's actually not really, it doesn't actually make it more entertaining per se, it just adds more retention.
You can get really far, I think, with most things in life by mastering the basics and then using more tools and adding on to that to separate yourself from everyone else.
Right.
And just
if you have a shitty tape base, all you're doing is polishing a turd.
Yeah. Because like
That's someone else's quote, not mine.
all the editing in the world did not make my fucking funny moments videos better. So I mean, it's all about the base content. People are there for the base content, you know, unless you're like an editing YouTuber and that's all you do.
Right.
People are there for the base, you know, to make the base good.
Yeah, it's about the base. It's about the foundation. You can't build a house on mud. It's not going to work out very well. Another point. If you despise the video making process, either it be actually the most important one is if you dislike video editing completely, you don't like it. Sometimes it's a grind. Sometimes it sucks. But if you just dislike video editing, you don't like that part of the video editing process, but you love recording, you love being funny, you love like doing all these other things that would make you generally a good creator, live stream.
Ooh, good show.
Instead of editing, focusing on making videos you don't actually like to make, live stream.
Or if you're rich, just buy an editor. Come on now.
Oh, that too.
There are hundreds of editors, bro. They need money. Come on now.
Right. Like, that's an entire economy right there that needs more people investing in. But also, YouTubers are generally have a bad rep in the video editing world when it comes to hiring. Because, like, I saw this in, like, a podcast which is literally specifically on video editing as well. It's another podcast. I don't remember the fucking name of it. I wouldn't be able to... I don't have that capacity to remember the name of it. I only watched them once. But they talked about the aspect of where in the film comparing the film industry to like the YouTube industry when it comes to like support. In the film industry, they have an entire they have these massive unions and stuff where in the film industry that's the fucking norm, where if you get treated like crap as a video editor and whatnot, you have backup. You have a lot of backup. You have a lot of things that are helping you. Like, this isn't like there's still issues that happen, like with Marvel and the fucking VFX industry, like community being absolutely fucked. Like, if you've heard of that.
Yeah.
But on YouTube, it is the wild fucking west. You can get some random schmuck who has never touched a video editing timeline in his entire life, bossing you around and giving you with really fast deadlines while also not checking up on you at all.
Yeah, and just not really crediting you properly. All that.
Not crediting you properly, not paying you well. There's also the aspect of what's it called? Oh, I'm gonna pay you in an exposure. And also not knowing your own value and own worth is also one of the worst aspects. Yeah,
because a lot of people don't know how much they should be paid. Because it doesn't have any specific rates like a normal job. You like make your own or like say your own,
right,
with your own talent.
You have to kind of like figure out how much you're worth, and you have to be good enough. You have to be good. I'm not saying you have to be good enough as a video editor to know your own worth. You have to be good enough at knowing your own worth and how talented you are, and how good of a video editor you are to be able to rate yourself properly. I'm not good at it. I'm gonna be straightforward. I'm not good at that. But in order to survive in the video editing climate where you're taking up freelancing, you need to know how to price yourself.
What question do you have for the next guest? Like the next guest I bring on, it's going to be the first thing I ask them.
Fuck. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to think about this, man. I had to think of something evil. I need to think of something that's going to make them question their life. Would you rather use your computer without a keyboard or a mouse?
Ooh.
For an eternity. You can't use... you cannot use a controller. You cannot use an alternative way to use your computer. You have to use a keyboard and a mouse without one or the other to use on your computer for an eternity.
That's fucking evil. Oh,
I wasn't expecting to talk about this at all.
Well, I mean, we talked about it. It's been 2 hours. You wanna cut off?
Sure. Quick thing though.
We can. What the fuck, King Julie?
Queen Julie is about to die from a fucking.
I wanna see. Oh!